This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my astrological opinion. Please enjoy. Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another celebrity reading. So today's reading is going to be really short and quick, just going to be hitting some highlights on this celebrity. I picked the celebrity because this person has been in the news, in the vlogs for over the last few days with regards to a recent engagement. It's kind of been all the buzz, and I try to jump on anything that is somewhat newsworthy, and try to put an astrological spin on it. So today we're going to be highlighting the engagement of Mariah the scientist. Now, personally, I don't know any of her music. Of course, I'm a little bit older. I come from a different generation. I do know she's an R&B singer, but I have not had the privilege of hearing any of her music. And if I had, I probably didn't know who it was. So I can't talk too much on her music. However, her relationship is somewhat of interest to a lot of people. Apparently, she has been in a relationship, I don't know for how long, with the rapper Young Thug. We know of Young Thug and his court cases that he had, I think like earlier this year, last year, somewhat, that went on for quite a bit of time. Subsequently, he was released. Not really, I don't know much details about it, but in the meantime, she stood by his side basically during that time. There was some released tapes of them pillow talking each other and this, that, and other. I don't even want to go into that. But anyway, she's in this relationship with Young Thug. From what I understand, it's a little bit toxic, not what people would think would be the best choice for her. Nevertheless, apparently he had a show in Atlanta a couple of nights ago, and he proposed to her on stage. And from all intents and purposes, she said yes, and they are currently engaged. So I just wanted to kind of like quickly look at some of the astrology of Miss Mariah the scientist, to see what's going on with her, what could be coming up for her in 2026, and just get a quick synopsis on what's going on with her. Now, I looked up her birth information, and fortunately, we do have a birth time. So I love having a birth time because this is going to make the reading that more accurate. So Mariah the scientist was born October 27th, 1997 at 10 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. She's currently 28 years old. She just turned 28 on her last birthday. That makes Mariah a Scorpio sun, Virgo moon, and she is a Cancer rising. All right. So she just turned 28 years old. I did her calculations on when her love life should activate or see some type of shift in it. I came up with the age of 29 that she may see some type of change, significant change or transition with regards to love. Now, the theme of her year. So when we talk about the theme of the year, each birthday, we have a shift in energetically what is aligning with us that's going to stick out for us during that particular birthday year. So she just turned 28. So from this past October 2025 until October 2026, Mariah is going to be in the theme of fifth house. So this is going to look like things that have to do with her romantic life, her creative life, her self-expression. This is going to be the year that she's going to be expressing herself. She may have more creative projects. She may be leaning into things that bring her joy. She could be seeing some type of activity around her romantic life, which, she just got engaged. So that kind of ties into the theme of her year. But also, this is also energetically around children. So when we look at this particular house, this is a house of, among other things, pregnancy, procreation, and children. So this could see Mariah incorporating maybe children in her life in some way. From what I understand, Young Thug does have children of his own, and she does not have children. So this could look like maybe her spending more time or incorporating his children into her life. But this could also look like a pregnancy. So there is much to do with the energy of pregnancy around Mariah. So there could be a pregnancy announcement somewhere within this year of 2026 prior to her next birthday. All right. So next thing we're going to talk about is I did remember I said that her relationship should see some type of shift or change or something significant happening to her at the age of 29. That isn't when she's going to start her Saturn return, but right now Mariah's in the midst of her progressed moon. Now the progressed moon typically comes about between 27 and 28. And this is where sometimes in the progress room, we could see a shift in our career life or our relationship life. So subsequently, this is has a lot to do with her getting engaged at this time. But she could also be seeing some type of career changes coming up as well. One of the things that I did notice with Mariah's chart is Jupiter is currently in her first house. She is a Cancer rising. So Jupiter is hosting Cancer in the first house. So this could bring a lot of blessings. This has a lot to do with her relationship status and changes. A lot of times when we have Jupiter transiting our first house, some people find a change in their love life, especially if you're single. This typically is a time that you could meet someone that is significant in your life in a romantic way. You couldn't get engaged, could get married, but something happens around the relationship life for you, which she just got engaged. But this is Jupiter's going to be in her first house until July 2026. And then after that, it's going to move to her second house. This is going to be the thing that stands out for me with is that July 2026 to July about 2027, she has a really good year of money where she could be making a lot of money. She could be earning a lot of money from her craft, from touring, maybe releasing albums. But she has a really supportive energy around maximizing a lot of money during this time. Another thing that energy is going to be good for is because her second house, Jupiter is going to be in her second house. The second house is how we earn our money, and she will have a lot of money making opportunities coming her way. But it's also the house that governs our self-worth and our self-value. This is going to be a time that she's going to be reflecting a lot on her self-worth and how she ties herself to things that bring her value. So this could look like if she has an unhealthy dynamic with regards to seeing money as a way of proving her worth or proving her value, or she has an unhealthy relationship with money. This could be the year that she kind of heals that. This could also look like her healing her self-esteem, because the second house is about our self-esteem and self-worth. So if she has any issues with regards to her self-esteem, she could be working towards improving that as well. Another thing that stands out for me with her is as we get to February 2026, Saturn's going to leave her ninth house, and it's actually going to go into her 10th house of her career. Now, this is where we're going to see Mariah working really hard towards her career. She may be really throwing herself for the next 2.5 years into her career life. This could also, with Saturn being there, this could also bring some challenges around the people that she works with, especially higher ups, especially authority figures. So I don't know if she is currently having some issues with maybe her label, maybe her manager. Prominent men in her life can probably might bring a lot of stress or a lot of changes around that. So we're looking at her to really be fighting for her career over the next 2.5 years. So we're going to see a lot of changes there, but this is also a good area and a good time for her to be growing in her career, getting stronger in her career. But she may have to go through a lot of obstacles with regards to her career over the next 2.5 years. Another thing that sticks out for me is as we get towards the end of 2026, around October 2026, she's going to have a nodal change where the North Node and South Node is going to be leaving her ninth and third house, and it's actually going to be taking up residence in her eighth and second house. So for me, looking at Mariah's chart just really quickly, she has a lot of things that have to do with how she does relationships with other people. So there's going to be a lot of work with regards to cutting ties with people, going in and really evaluating the relationships that she has. And that's not only personal, that's going to be personal, that's going to be romantic, family, and especially business relationships are going to be in the forefront over the next couple of years for her. And she really needs to be careful about whom she's aligning herself with regards to her business, with regards to her money. I would also suggest to her that she may want to do an independent audit of her finances, because she may find that there's been some possibly some inappropriate misappropriation of her money, of her funds. She may need to go in and have someone to review her contracts that she has going, maybe with her management or her record label, because there could be some things in there that she did not know about that are working against her. So for me, I would be telling Mariah over the next couple of years, she needs to do her due diligence about who she aligns herself with, not only on a personal level, but specifically on a business level, and also about who is handling her money and how she's handling her money, especially if she's been someone that has been kind of hands off on how her money is being spent and the money that's coming in. If she's not been paying attention, she could be finding herself in a financial crisis or a financial situation, maybe a tax issue coming up or something to that effect. But I would strongly suggest to her that she pay attention to her monies. And also, most importantly, if she is not ready to start a family, that she really needs to protect herself between now and this October coming up 2026, because she definitely has the energy of possibly a baby during this cycle. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm not surprised that she is engaged. I feel like this is probably going to be a long engagement. And there could be some kind of shift with regards to that relationship much later on in 2026. So that's my take on Miss Mariah. I hope everything works out for her. I hope she's on top of her business and just paying attention to what's going on with her. And I will talk to you guys in the next celebrity video. Bye-bye.